When Team Xbox shares an image, it's worth looking in the background. I believe the old saying is, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, and well, Phil Spencer, you're not going to get away with it this time. And so Team Xbox has a pretty rich history of sharing images or content, if you will, and in them are unreleased products. We've seen it multiple times. And so this happened again, and let's just dive into this because there's some good precedents for why we should always be looking in the background of Team Xbox whenever they share an image. So jumping into the time machine here, we all remember this interview Phil Spencer did, and hidden in the background, right in plain sight, was the Xbox Series S, because who would be looking on the shelf of the leader of Team Xbox for an unreleased console? Because that would be so crazy. But in fact, there it actually was, although I still think it looks just like a storage drive, like one of those Western Digital things, but that's because the Xbox Series S is actually pretty small. Now, a little bit more obvious was Aaron Greenberg here sharing an Xbox fridge in his background, and then they quite literally made a real size fridge for Team Xbox users, and they didn't ship one to me. I'm definitely not bitter about that. Anyway, so they had an Xbox, and then they shipped a whole dang Xbox. And then there's also this version, right, where they showed off the Xbox headsets that are releasing actually today, and for reasons I don't understand why mine's not showing up until Thursday, even though it's release date today, and I ordered it through the Microsoft Store. Anyways, those headsets are now out and shipping, and so look at that. You had 3 products here. I guess technically you can't buy an Xbox fridge, but it did exist. And then we come to this week where Aaron Greenberg tweeted out this image. Now, what we have going on here is the backstory here is last week when Microsoft did their Xbox Bethesda event that was streamed on Thursday, Phil and Aaron actually flew out to Maryland. And so they had to get there on an airplane. I know flying in an airplane, that's kind of crazy. Anyways, so Aaron tweeted out this image of Phil playing Destiny. You got to get those Destiny dailies from the airport. And what you can see here is what appears to be a Surface Pro X. And then you can also see it's the new controller. But more importantly, what is he streaming this on? Is this the new desktop streaming app for xCloud gaming? I'm pretty sure that it is. And so this is our official first look from an Xbox team member at the new service that will be available to all of us here, hopefully in the near future. Remember, they said iOS and browser streaming is coming in the near future, and we all expect browser streaming to come first. And so here you go. I mean, this is Phil Spencer playing Destiny in an airport, and I'm pretty sure there's not an Xbox hidden away in a backpack somewhere. And so they're definitely streaming this over the interwebs, if you will. And so then again, you can see he's using the new controller there. You can see in the top left, looks like the Xbox button and some other settings probably to access your friends list and things like that. But there you go. I mean, this is Phil Spencer in an airport playing Destiny over the new cloud streaming app that was going to be coming to it. Now, if you look a little bit closer in here, you'll see some sort of mystery device on the table. That could be some sort of Xbox unreleased hardware. Definitely not thinking that. Probably just a normal iPhone. Nothing to see there. But more interesting, what are these things up here? We have some sort of cleaning solution. This could be like Gamer Glide that you can put onto your controller and make your Xbox have more frames per second, or some sort of floatable in your drink that looks like some sort of like an Xbox bobber up in the water. And so it's always important to be looking through every single thing that is in the water. What is that orange liquid? Is Phil Spencer, teasing out some sort of drink? Is that an Xbox elixir that is coming also that is going to be released? Who knows? Who knows? There could be all sorts of things being released in the world of Xbox. But taking a look there, you got xCloud in the browser, you've got the new controller, you've got some cleaning solutions, you got an Xbox floating bobber, some sort of phone device, although I wouldn't read anything into that phone device. And so there you go, guys. Just having a little bit of fun with them tweeting that out, but very clearly, though, they are actually showing off the xCloud in a browser and or some capacity. So there you go. First look. Phil Spencer's using it in an airport. Hopefully, we'll all be able to use it soon, and keep it subscribed here because the only BS on this channel is me.